The FIFA Club World Cup round of 16 is done and only 8 teams remain. In this second of 2 videos, we'll recap how the teams got here, what went down in the round of 16, and give a quick preview of the quarterfinals ahead. If you haven't been keeping up, this is the right place for you to catch up. Ciao everyone, I'm Ricky, welcome to Between the Lines. No cliches, no echo chamber, no recycled narrative, just fresh angle on the world of football, Calcio and Juventus. If that sounds like your game, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss a story. Now let's get into it. In this video, we'll go through the right side of this bracket, and we'll start with Lionel Messi, who faced his old club PSG. However, it's an almost unrecognizable team from his time there. PSG is already the newly crowned European champions, fresh from the largest winning margin in UCL final history. They smashed Inter 5-0. They're running high in confidence, and it showed in their first group match. They dismantled Atletico Madrid with 4-0 win. However, they slipped up in the next match to lose 1-0 to Botafogo and needed to beat Seattle Sounders in the final match to ensure the round of 16 place. As for Inter Miami, in all honesty, I did not expect them to get out of the group, although in all fairness, it was actually a tight one. Their win against Porto, thanks to Lionel Messi's free kick, is enough to ensure a runner-up spot of Group A. That said, this is most unbalanced match in the round of 16, and it played out exactly like that. PSG completely dominating the game, and by halftime, the match was more or less over, with PSG already leading 4-0. João Neves got a double, with Avies' own goal and Achraf Hakimi rounding the score. There was to be no shock result this time around, and PSG comfortably booked their place in the quarterfinal. Meanwhile, this is the end of the line for Messi in the Club World Cup. But if you're a Messi fan, do check out the chance that he created for Suarez in the 49th minute. He may be 38, but he's still got magic in that left boot. PSG are set to meet the winner of Flamengo versus Bayern match. Flamengo top Group D ahead of Chelsea, and deservedly so. They're a fluid attacking side who likes to dominate the ball and control the game. Now Flamengo won their first 2 matches in the group, including a convincing 3-1 win over Chelsea. Bayern, on the other hand, surprisingly finished second in Group C behind Benfica. They opened the tournament in style with 10-0 demolition of Auckland City, but then lost to Benfica 1-0 despite dominating the game. While Man City versus Al Hilal game provided plenty of goals and excitement, the match between Flamengo and Bayern was the best one in the round of 16, with both teams evenly matched. Bayern edged Flamengo 4-2, but it was not as far apart as the scoreline might suggest, with possession and chances created actually favoring Flamengo. Both teams line up with many technical players and play good attacking football. However, Bayern's quality made a telling difference in the end. Of the 4 shots they had on target, 3 resulted in goals. Harry Kane was clinical as usual with 2 goals, and Leon Goretzka added the other one in between. It was a disappointing result for Flamengo, as they pushed Bayern all the way but came up short. And with that result, we have a face-off between 2 European powerhouses in the quarterfinal, PSG versus Bayern. And next up, a match close to my heart, Real Madrid versus Juventus. Real advanced as Group H leader, but their path was far from smooth. Al Hilal pushed them all the way in the first match to earn 1-1 draw, while on the second match they went down to 10 men from 7th minute against Pachuca but still emerged 3-1 victor. Juventus, on the other hand, came to this match off a back poor result against Man City. 5-2 loss in the final group match, a showdown deciding who would top Group G. Despite the setback, Juventus still managed to score 11 goals in 3 matches to set up intriguing matches against Real Madrid, at least on paper. It was an even match in the first half. Juventus limited Real Madrid's attack while creating few chances themselves. Kenan Yildiz was walking through Real's defense, showing why he's Juve number 10 despite such a young age. However, after the break, it was a completely different story. Madrid took control of the match and scored in the 54th minute through Gonzalo Garcia. The next part, I have zero idea what happened, but by 70-minute mark, Juve players were completely gassed. Their legs were gone. And Juventus coach Igor Tudor admitted as much at the post-match interview, saying that 11 players were asking to be substituted. Now, I have never seen anything like that, at least not in the top flight football. From that point on, Real Madrid players were breezing past Juventus players with so much ease, and they booked their spot in the quarterfinal comfortably. To all Juventini out there, it's not all doom and gloom. There's some good to take from the tournament, and I hope to make full review of Juventus Club World Cup adventure, hopefully after the tournament wraps up. And finally, in the last round of 16 match, Borussia Dortmund took on Monterrey of Mexico. Dortmund came into this as the leader of Group F. It was a tough group, needing until the last match day to determine the winner and the runner-up. The same can also be said of Monterrey, who recorded their only win in the last day, while also needing other results to go their way. And when their way did, as Inter Milan beat River Plate, so Monterrey squeezed through as the runner-up of Group E to meet with Dortmund. The match, however, was not a straightforward one. Monterrey took the game to Dortmund, playing with high intensity and taking control of possession. But it was Dortmund who opened the scoring with the first of two Serhou Guirassy first half goals. Monterrey came out with renewed determination and managed to get back into the game with early goal in the second half. Dortmund meanwhile struggled to get a foothold in the second half, and Monterrey continued to push forward in search for the equalizer. They came agonizingly close with Sergio Ramos' header flashing just wide of the goal post, but in the end Dortmund held on to set a date with Real Madrid on the quarter-final. Now that we're caught up on this side of the bracket, let's do a quick preview of the two quarter-final matches. First up, mouth-watering clash between PSG and Bayern. PSG dominated Atletico Madrid, while Bayern showed their cutting edge against Flamengo. Sure, there was hiccup for both in the group stage, but overall these two are among the best in Europe. Flamengo shown that you could take Bayern Munich on by dominating possession, and PSG is the team with the highest possession stat in the competition. I can see PSG again having more of the ball, but Bayern might hold the physical edge. In this tournament, Bayern had been more direct in their play. They can count on the speed and directness on the wings, and in Harry Kane they still have one of the best center forward. However, PSG also having great players on the wing, so it might come down to whose defense can deal better with these wingers on the other team. And for me, as always, when two sides of similar level meet, the one who wants it more usually gets it. And at the moment, I can see it being PSG wanting it more. For the other match, Real Madrid versus Borussia Dortmund in a replay of 2024 UCL final. In that game, Madrid won 2-0. For this game, at the moment, I cannot see past Madrid again. In Xabi Alonso, who had just recently left Bayern Leverkusen, Madrid has a coach who are well aware of Dortmund's strengths and weaknesses. And from the round of 16 match, it's clear to see that Alonso's style of play had already taken roots in this Madrid team. Meanwhile, Dortmund advance to quarter-final had been far from convincing. Although in their forward line, they still have weapons that can hurt Madrid in the counter-attack. It's fair to say that Madrid is the favorite and Dortmund has their work cut out. One thing of note though, the Bellingham brothers won't get to face off against each other in the quarterfinals, because Joe Bellingham is suspended due to yellow card accumulation. That's it for the round of 16 recap. We'll come back with another video for the quarterfinal recap. Let me know in the comment who do you think will go through, who do you think will go all the way, and as always, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the content, please help the channel grow by clicking like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss a story. This is Ricky, signing off from Between the Lines. Ciao.